Hi, I'm Mark Wampler, racing manager with Pocket Aces Racing. We're here today with Dermot Littlefield, farm trainer for Margot Farm. We've sent all of our yearlings to Margot this year to have them break and get our yearlings ready, teach them their early lessons about being racehorses. And we wanted to talk to Dermot today about Wysteria, our yearling filly by Tail of the Cat out of Smoky Diplomacy. Dermot, when Wysteria first came to the farm, what were your initial impressions of her when she came in?
Well, I was lucky enough to see her at the sale, so I got to see the way that she handled all that and the way that she went up through the ring and everything like that. She was a smart filly at the sale, and when she came to the farm, she was settled in well. She's a nice balanced filly. She's got a big strong hind end on her. She's a good mover, and she's athletic in the way that she moves. So from the first time I saw her till now, she's just continued to do better and better.
She's got an interesting pedigree, I think, and an interesting mix in her pedigree of the early speed, precociousness, Tail of the Cat, but also the Dynaformer on the bottom that I think, that leads us to believe that there's not just speed here, that she's going to be able to hopefully carry that around the ground. Could you talk about that aspect of her pedigree, the kind of the speed and the stamina in it?
Yeah, if you were to just look at her, physically, you'd say, she looks just, like a sprinting type,
right.
But then as you say, she's got the Dynaformer and everything in the pedigree, which it looks like that, she'll eventually she'll start to stretch out a little bit. I think she offers you a lot of options, because I think you've got a horse there that you could potentially run in those 2-year-old races throughout the summer. But I don't think that that's just going to be her. She's going to be a one-trick pony. I think eventually you're going to be able to stretch her out, and that she's going to have more options the older that she gets. Which is very useful to have. Because it just doesn't limit you to specifically one specific area in the racing and everything.
Right. Now, she's been broken. She's gone to the track. She galloped some easy gallops on the track, and now she's on a little vacation. Turned out living her last chance to live like a horse for a while. I've heard she's off to growing quite a bit right now. She's going through a growth spurt as we speak. She
is, and like as you touched on, you've got that Dynaformer there, and that that'll offer a lot of size, to her. She's really starting to strengthen up. She's started to broaden out. She's like a bit of a frame right now that she's starting to fill into. She's got a big strong hip and everything like that on her. So I think it'll benefit her getting a little bit of a break, just help her physically just to grow into herself. But I definitely don't think it's going to hinder her training when she begins back next year, and I don't think it's going to be something that we're going to have to hold back with her for any reason.
I've seen when she was training, when other fillies or colts came up kind of near her, she'd pin her ears back and get a little upset when they wanted to go by her. Could you talk to us about her personality a little bit? Yeah,
she's very she's strong-minded. She likes to be the boss. When she's out with her 3 other fillies, she goes out within the paddock. She's queen of that field. She's one of them that she doesn't like anything being near her, as you said, going past her, which is a good sign to see. She's not just content to be out there, with horses all around her. She's actually already started to show us that she's got a little bit of a grit, and she wants to get her head in front, even at these early stages. But it's nothing, no meanness or anything with it. Sometimes you can associate the ears back with meanness, but no, definitely not anything like that. She's just got
hopefully
a competitive edge, and
I
don't think it's I think it's a good thing to see, and I don't think it's going to be an issue or anything going forward.
When she graduated to the track, probably wouldn't. It was harder to tell at just a jog, but when she got up to doing some easy gallops, could you tell anything about the way she moved, about the way she went that you saw?
Yeah. She's a horse. Some of these horses you have to teach them to start using their back ends. You'll see a lot of yearlings once they start originally galloping that they'll be pulling a lot with their front ends and not engaging their back end. She was using her back end to push. So you could see that when she was moving across the ground that she had a good stride length and everything like that, and she was using all her physical attributes. When she was training. So we'd put that down to her being a smart filly, and we'd also put it down to that. she's going to be very athletic in her
Right.
training, and you know, hopefully that translates to being a good racehorse.
Any interesting stories since the time you've had her about her training?
When we were teaching her to long line and everything like that. She's one of those that she has to accept what she's doing. So sometimes, you know, the first time we walked her up to the gate, she turned back and gave us a little look, and we gave her the reassuring look, and off she went through the gate. You know, but she's one of those fillies that, you know, once she figures out what she's doing, you know, she's 100% perfect with everything. You know, so.
You touched on it briefly, but I just wanted to touch on it some more. Do you have any feeling for what type of racehorse she's going to be? Sprinty, two-turn, grass, dirt, those kind of things.
You know, when you look at her pedigree, like we touched on already, you know you can see that there's speed, but you can see that there's stamina. You know, just looking at her right now, you know, she looks, with her action, she looks like a turfy type, you know, potentially. But the way that she's put together and the way that she's been maturing, I wouldn't say that she's going to be one of these slow developing types or anything like that. I think she's a filly that we're going to see at the racetrack in her 2-year-old year. And I think, you know, the older she gets, you know, the better she's going to be.
I'd say what we were hoping for when we purchased her and what we saw was, you know, in the future, hopefully a filly with plenty of speed, but hopefully the ability to carry that speed over a route of ground. And the pedigree kind of says that as well. Would you think that that's kind of what we're dealing with here, or hopefully?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, you know, you never really know till you get into the races, but, you know, just based on the way that she's been growing and the way that she's matured since she's got here, I'd agree with you that, you know, that she's going to be a filly that, you know, she'll, as you say, maintain her speed, but, you know, she should be able to maintain it over a bit of a distance, you know.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for your time, Dermot, and thank you.